Today I'm going to do something a little different. Sorry, I had something on my phone. I know, first off, look. I know, I got the mustache. I look like a dude now. Well, I look like a creepy dude, but whatever. It's for a Halloween costume. You guys will see that another time. So I wanted to do a review today of a show that I watched with my son yesterday. It's called The Magic School Bus Rides Again. And I love it. It's amazing. I watched the original Magic School Bus, as I'm sure a lot of you did as well, when I was a kid. And I loved it. It was a phenomenal show. Miss Frizzle was like the world's greatest teacher. Like, that was the teacher that I wanted as a kid. It's the teacher that I feel a lot of people wanted as a kid. Now, the new show, it's the same kids. Now, I was originally under the impression that it was a whole new class. It's not. It's the same kids. Phoebe is no longer there. She went back to her old school, because if y'all remember correctly from the original series, she was a exchange student, or she was visiting from another school. I thought that she had just moved and was now there permanently, but I guess it was just a 1-year thing, because the whole last series takes place over the course of 1 year of school. So now, and it doesn't really, I don't remember it stating what grade, but I would venture a guess that they're probably more like middle school, so probably like 6th, 7th, 8th graders, somewhere around there. And Miss Frizzle, the original Miss Frizzle, is now a doctor. So now she's Professor Frizzle. She's gone off to study things and, out in the world and whatever. And her younger sister, Fiona, is now the new teacher. She's still Miss Frizzle, but she's younger and she's just as cool. Now, the one thing I will say about Fiona Frizzle is that she's a little more lame with her jokes than Miss Frizzle was. However, I like that. It's kind of campy. It's kind of goofy and lame, and a lot of it's like dad jokes, which I really enjoy. So it was, I find it funny. I loved it. I watched the first 2 episodes with my son. I think he fell asleep, and I liked it more than he did. But it's got a lot of the same jokes. All the same characters are there. Liz is there. Liz the Lizard's there. Carlos and Arnold and Wanda and Ralphie and all of the same kids are all there. Other than Phoebe, like I said, they have a new student. I think her name's Jyoti or something. Gayoti. I think she's Indian. So I don't know if she's an exchange student. Sorry, I keep getting stuff on my phone. I gotta wipe it off. And she's an exchange student. I don't think she's an exchange student. She doesn't have an Indian accent, so I think she's just a new kid. But the one thing I really miss about it is Phoebe. Is the whole, we never did this at my old school. And now keep in mind, I haven't finished the series yet. I've just watched the first 2 episodes. But I noticed that in the trailer for the show, they had somebody who was, I didn't really remember which character was it. It was a girl, and she was like, well, this wasn't on my permission slip, which to me is that joke that Phoebe always made. We never did this. At my old school, they never let us do this, well, at my old school, we never got baked into a pie or whatever. But it's a Netflix original. It's on Netflix. The whole first season. I think there's 13 episodes. It's a phenomenal show. If you like the Magic School Bus as a kid, go and watch the new one. It's the Magic School Bus Rides Again. It's amazing. It's just as good as the original, I think. I was thinking it was going to be a reboot. It's not. It's a sequel, because it literally just takes place the next year. It's the next year after the original series. They got a new teacher, but it's the same kids. So, I really enjoyed it. I really loved it. I highly recommend it. Anybody, if you've got kids that are old enough to kind of comprehend, probably like 3, 4, 5 years old. I mean, my son likes it, but my son will only give any kind of show 15 or 20 minutes of his attention at the most, and then generally he'll just move on to something else. So, he's not going to sit there through a whole episode anyways, just because he's 2. But he does like to look at it. He likes the music. He likes a lot of the bright colors and stuff in there, I'm sure. But just a really awesome show. Really, it was tickling my nostalgia bone, and it made me giggle and laugh, and I was thoroughly enjoying it. So I recommend it to all of y'all. I just was really happy. I saw it, and I was like, oh, I've been waiting for this, and then there we go. I watched it, and I'm going to continue to watch the rest of it, but so far I really enjoy it. I'm really happy with it. So, if you guys like these reviews, this one was kind of done a little bit hastily. I didn't really write anything down. We're gonna be watching Stranger Things later this month when that comes out, because me and Katie have been waiting for that. So I will be doing reviews of Stranger Things. I'm probably gonna actually take notes, write down certain things that I liked, didn't like. I'm gonna go back and rewatch the first season of Stranger Things just to get myself back caught up again. Even though I generally remember what happened in the last season, it was only in the last year. But if you guys like these reviews, leave a like and comment in the bottom. Subscribe if you haven't seen any of my other videos. If this is the first one you've seen. Definitely subscribe, leave a comment, leave a like. I love comments. I've only gotten one so far, but believe me, if you like these reviews, if you want me to do different reviews of different things, you want suggestions for things that I can review, things of movies or TV shows that I may or may not have seen. One of the movies I've never actually watched, and everyone always makes, their eyes get big, like, oh, you've never seen it. Like, they freak out when I haven't seen it, is the Big Lebowski. I've never seen that movie. I just haven't got around to it. It's not that I don't want to. It's not that I have any reason not to. It's just I haven't got around to watching it. I got so many movies and so many things I gotta watch that I just don't have time for it all. And it's one of those things where if any of y'all think of a movie that you really enjoy and you'd like to see my reaction, leave a comment, let me know what it is in the bottom, and I'll do my best to get around to watching it. Now, I have Netflix, and I've also got something called Kodi, which I have Exodus on there. I can basically watch any movie or TV series I want. I basically stream it online. So don't think that because it's weird or if it's obscure or it's like a little B movie or whatever. Specifically, I love B movies. Most of the movies that I really enjoy are ones that are low budget and not really big budget kind of things. I like small budget. I like goofy, campy stuff that's kind of cheesy. I like movies like that. Any suggestions, leave them in the bottom, leave a comment. If you like these, I can do more of them. I certainly will. Like I said, Stranger Things, I'll be doing a review of that. Of the second season of that when that comes out, which I think is the 27th and 28th of this month, so another week or two, a couple weeks. Also, side note, got a friend moving down here next week. Next week, I'm also going to be doing a review of a couple of things. I'm going to be doing a review of a beer and a review of donuts. I know donut sounds weird, but trust me, these are things from my home. And for those of you who are not from Vermont, may not be familiar with these things, you'll get a little education on it. She's also bringing maple syrup, but I mean, we all know what maple syrup is. And I'm just going to say right here, my review of maple syrup is Vermont maple syrup is the best. Maine maple syrup's pretty damn good. Canadian maple syrup's pretty damn good. Vermont's still the best in my opinion. But real maple syrup is the only maple syrup. Aunt Jemima's is shit. That's not real maple syrup. It's made with molasses. Molasses is burned maple syrup. Molasses is what you get when you cook it too long. I know this as I used to work at sugar shacks. I used to sugar to help friends in sugar. And sugaring is when the process of making sap into maple syrup. If you guys want to learn more about that, I'll even do a whole video on the whole process of doing that, which I think would be kind of cool. I'll even try to get some, make up some little pictures and little diagrams and stuff so you can get a better visual idea of what it's like. But that's it for now. Cranky Yankee did a little bit of a review of a TV show that I loved as a kid and the new reboot they did. Awesome. Yeah. Like and comment, subscribe for coming through, and we'll see you next time.